All right, second half, ready to go. We'll see how many people return. Few people have already dropped out after the first half, so hopefully we get quite a few people back. But now we've got a whole different view up here, and the correct setup. I went out and did a lap just to make sure. Got Billy behind us. I am taking less fuel each stint now. We're going to pit twice because I don't think we can run a one-stopper with the correct setup in this time. So we got to just keep it under us and make it 1.5 more hours. But it's going to be a little tougher now because we got a little less downforce. And we've already done an 1.5-hour race. So brain is going to be a little more unfocused with this. Just the longer the race is, the harder it is to focus, especially on road. So we have most people here, it looks like. We'll see after the first lap how many, but it looks like maybe down to about 25 or less. But we got to just hope everyone is nice and calm at the start of this one. I think everyone's got a decent idea now of how every car out here races. And let me get this up because I didn't have that right. There we go. And yeah, let's hope we survive this one as well. A little bit of a slow start up there for the inside line, so we'll just have to. And
car right, clear on the right side, car on your left.
All right, well, we survived that.
Car on your left. Still there, hold your line, clear on the left.
Unfortunate. He was extremely slow and very early on braking, and he'd caught a few other people out as well during the first race, so I don't think Gavin was ready for it. Unfortunate, but Gavin might have some front end damage now. That does get my dad up ahead of us. We should be able to fly past him though, because less fuel and less drag, and well, he has wrecked it on lap 1. He is gonna be pissed about that. He was happy that he made it the whole 1.5 hours, and then just screws it up, gets a little wide and on the grass under braking, and that is 2 cars out of it now. Jim working up through the field after his issues. He's from 22nd now up to 8th place or higher. It looks like most of the field has survived, but that was definitely ugly at the start of that one. But at least we can now race some people in our class. Hopefully. We'll see if we can beat Gavin. I don't think we're going to have anything for the others, but we'll try to beat Dirt Gavin up here. Be interesting to see though what fuel strategies are done up here in the Hondas now that we've had a run and I've seen multiple things work. Big run there. It's nice to have a setup that can go 180. But can I get it stopped in time? Just. Probably going to be doing a lot of back and forth with him. We'll see what kind of run he gets on us. See if we can get up to Jake and Kevin. That's a 136.8.
36.822.
So in sim time, we are at 2:53 in the morning. Got a pass attempt up here. Almost got a little ugly. It's two different car types battling, trying to get around each other or away from each other. Who's going to have the top end? And looks like the LMP2 just a little quicker on the straight. So we got 2 seconds over Gavin right now. We go 18 laps. Well, 17 laps on fuel probably. Take tires off.
1 minute.
Get the rest of them checked off on the backstretch. Check them off here. Because I don't need to be right up behind Kevin as we get to the next corner. So they changed something with the color of the name on the relative for Racelab, and I didn't like it, so I changed it to gray, and that was totally screwing me up in the race. So I've changed it to red. I know that kind of makes it seem like red is lead lap coming around to lap you, but it makes it easier for me to look over and see that and instantly see my name. So that was bad. That's why that has changed to red. If I can find the correct yellow that I feel like it used to be, then I will reset it to that. I need to go look at some older videos and see what it was before the update. Three and a half seconds over Gavin.
1 minute 38.062.
These two are having a hell of a race. They're just slightly different speeds in different areas. It looks like Kevin's struggling a bit more in the infield. Nope, and I think we scared him.
Clear on the left.
And he went wide. So hopefully we can keep up with Jake now. We beat him on fuel strategy last time. Let's see if we can beat him on pace this time. I am really looking at wrecking myself into the bus stop the way that I'm overdriving that. Gavin's lost a bit more. He's now behind Austin. Ryan is 10 seconds ahead of us. So we will not be the highest finishing out of our class.
1 minute 38.185.
But hopefully we get sunrise soon and start getting some heat in the track. And keep the cars that are back behind us farther back. Jake almost goes off there. We're gonna have the draft now, and we're just gonna sit behind him for a while. We don't need to get into a fight here. I don't think we're much quicker than him, and it'll allow me to kind of underdrive the bus stop and not lose time. We'll just keep an eye on the cars behind us. As long as we're pulling away from them, then we'll sit here. I don't think we're going to be able to compete with Ryan and Dan, but who knows? They've gotten closer, so...
1 minute 36.755.
I'm going to just stay back far enough so that Jake understands I'm just riding and we don't start tripping over each other. Actually, I'm just going to type it. And then, whoa! Riding and wrecking. Apparently that is the Neben special now, hitting the grass on braking. Yeah, he's blinking all over now, so that's not going to help things. .6 behind. Ryan now 10.5 ahead. And this should give us a good idea of how many people are out there running now. It looks like we had 23 start. So we lost about 10 people for the start of this, which I can understand because it's a long-ass race. And as I'm looking at this, I'm missing corners with him. My dad's still out there, amazingly. I don't know how. That car's gotta be junked pretty bad. Alright, we might have to get around Jake. He seems to be falling off. I was wondering how he was so quick when we were, you know, not terribly far behind him on a slower set, but it seems like he's fallen off quickly here. We might have to pass him. I mean, we're still even with Ryan.
minute 37.851.
We'll just be patient though. Long race. Pit stops are going to separate us. Got the leader coming up, 5.7 behind us. Another jet landing. It is 4:17 in the morning now. Sun should come up in about 2 hours, which should be about 30 minutes or less. And there goes Travis, bouncing along in his LMP1. .8 back to Kevin. We got John back there as well.
37.856.
And there is a mistake, and we just gotta go. Sadly, wasn't able to get around him. I think we're going to go ahead and pass him, though. Just starting to see too many mistakes out of him, and I think his car is just going away. I don't know if he's on the same set or what, but it just seems like it's not as quick as it was at the start, because he just shot away from us at the start. So I'm going to back off.
Clear on the left.
Yellow flag for something. And now we're going to waste a bunch of time.
Keep to the left. Still there. Stay on the left. 1 minute 38.376. Clear on the right.
Alright. Hopefully pull away from him here, and then John catch him at the right spot, and then we can get a bit of a gap and see if we can close in at all on the cars ahead of us, Dan and Ryan. Got a big slip out of the corner. So if John can get around him and then get ahead of us just out of the bus stop. Well, it looks like he might have just got ran into. I think he was actually the guy that Gavin ran into the braking zone, so I guess that gives us a gap. Now we just try to not lose Ryan and Dan by too much. We'll see though, he might have just screwed up under braking.
You're in fifth.
Hopefully it didn't damage his car. Never fun to get hit twice in the same race. Alright. And looks like he just spun coming out onto the oval, so now he is 9 seconds back, and glad we made the move when we did. Just started seeing lots of mistakes and figured it was going to be better to get ahead of him. .7, so we're even with Ryan. But it's going to be hard to make that up. Got lap traffic ahead. But up into the top 5, so feel good about that, especially after the way this all started with no sound and having to get that figured out and not getting a qualifying lap in. Obviously, getting our laps back with the reset at halfway has helped, and it allowed us to put the right setup in. We've got 8 laps or so before we pit, probably about 7. Draft here off of Scott. He's going to pull up to the top.
Right side.
And another new fast lap for us.
1 minute 36.519.
I just love how this car drives. That's why I picked it to drive. It's just, it was so much fun when it was racing officials. They're talking about, if they get it on the new damage model, adding it back into the whatever the GT1 series is called. But it'd be fun to get this thing back in officials. It's just such a good car. Now, I'm sure, like, super fast people with super fast setups, it makes it more on edge, but it's just a really smooth, fast, fun car to race. And even though I'm sitting on the wrong side, I'm not screwing up like I would normally do, because I always have a problem with that in supercars. We still got about an hour. Yeah, we got an hour and 7 minutes left, so much time to screw up. We have closed in a little bit on Ryan. Just gonna have to hope that our fuel strategy is the right call. But as quick as we're going now, we weren't going to be able to stretch it. Alright, so let's take a look at what we gotta do. I'm gonna go 90 pounds because it doesn't matter if we've got to pit 1 or 2 laps early on the final stop. Jim coming up behind us. We're going to get a bit of draft here.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Are we going to break into the... No.
1 minute.
36.5. New quick lap.
0.5.
Got the grape up next.
The leader's pitting now. You've got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Oh, don't do that. We haven't done that this whole time. There was no need to go out that wide. Jim goes blasting past. Try to get a little draft out of him. He pulled us up there a bit. We won't be able to keep up with him, but helped us out a little there. Nine seconds up to Dan. Him and Ryan working together, they're still about the same. Probably about a second between them.
1 minute 37.143.
Are starting to get a little edgy now. Lighter fuel. Older tires, but I'm not going to take tires because that's just way too much time to waste, and I don't think we're going to gain much. Yeah, Colton said he just turned his first laps in the server. And looking at how the Riley is driving for everyone else, it's pretty impressive he hasn't just stuck it nose first into the wall at any point. He's had his mistakes, but that thing looks like it's a handful compared to all the others.
Clear on the left.
3 laps. In the race, we've got an hour and a minute and 40. So by the time we get around, that would be 30. So I could probably go a little less fuel. we're gonna go into the pits now. We got a different pit stall.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Hopefully I'm not way off in what I'm doing here, but again, it's not going to matter. We can pit slightly early and put more
Okay,
in
punch it.
on the next one, so not going to be a big deal. Biggest thing is hopefully we come out in a nice clean area, don't have to deal with too much. We get a clean exit, and we've got 14 seconds until we get up to Jake. So it looks like we've dropped to 9th place. Sun is coming up. Starting to see, I don't know if you can see it, but the sky is not pitch black anymore. So it is 6:30. Starting to get some color. So we were able to do 18 laps there. We can make it 20 laps this time. So yeah, that's working out about how I wanted to. We got the leader coming up. It is going to quickly get bright out, and then we're going to have to remember how to drive in the daytime. And the track is then going to start getting hotter. And hopefully the car is still fairly easy to drive. Even though we're going to be on older tires with the track temp coming up. But yeah, for sure the next one, we're going to all be in the same class. There'll still be people that blast away, and there'll still be slow people, but it will at least be a little more fun. It was kind of a gamble on what car you pick and if you're going to actually have anyone to race or not. Because how many people pick the car, plus how good are those people, so. But again, this is more of a enjoy the 24-hour cycle in a short amount of time, not have to form up teams or do anything like that. And it's nice to get a little racing in on Saturday. Don't normally do any racing on Saturday, and I definitely don't ever host anything on Saturday, so helps the people that aren't available to run on Sunday nights or Friday nights or all the other nights that we run. obviously going to be a little harder to do in the summer and fall when things are actually going on in the weekend, but easy to get one in on February weekend. "26 seconds back to Billy. He's on a 20-lap run so far. Kevin and Austin have pit behind us. They're 30 seconds back. Gavin's now in the pits.
1 minute 37.421.
It's going to be nice to be able to just pass Riley's without having to strategize and dive in deep on entry.
Clear on the left.
We haven't got to too much lap traffic though, but also a lot less cars this time around. Do have my dad coming up. He just pit. He called asking what strategy he needs to do with fuel, but I forgot to tell him the part about not running into a wall on lap 1.
Minute 37.475.
Sky is getting bright. Braking is getting tough. I always have a hard time seeing things at this time of day. It's like everything blends together. Once the sun actually gets up, it should get a little better. Just popping up. So yeah, 25 seconds back is Gavin and the rest of the field. Billy's back there, 30 seconds back. We should still be able to beat him, even if he's able to do a one-stopper. He's about 6 minutes away from being able to do that.
1 minute 37.262.
It's now 7:30 in the morning. Got a big nose push there. It'll be fun when they finally get rain out and we can script weather. Make a little fog come in the middle of the night like they sometimes get. Have a chance of rain. We might do these once or twice a year, or maybe once every season. Depends on how well it's received by everyone. We won't know for sure until we get to the next one and see what people want to do. But there is Gavin.
Car right. Clear. 1 minute 37.005.
Looks like he's got a bit of damage on the nose. Jake is yet to pit, so it looks like he's trying to one-stop it. We got a
slow car on the left.
Riley around. And Scott having more issues. And then they are tripping over each other here. Back out of it. Lap car. Okay, don't be a chicken streaker. He made me overdrive the hell out of it. Luckily, I got it stopped. So where are we at now? 48 minutes. Jake's definitely doing fuel saving mode.
Car on your left, 1 minute 37.647. Clear. Car on your left.
And
clear.
wrecks us. Well, that was fucking stupid. But it's kind of how he's been driving around us the whole time, so not sure what he was trying to do there, but apparently just wanted to drive into us. Don't get that one. Don't understand that at all. That was a bit stupid. Left rear screwed up. My dad got wrecked in that as well. Just really fucking stupid move. When he's getting passed by someone who's already pit, chased him down, passing him for a second time. But, I don't know. Don't get that at all. Andy's pitting now, and he can't even make it on fuel because it's 46 minutes. So, I don't know. Great job, Jake. Just very stupid.
1 minute 49.561. You're back in fifth. Clear.
Yeah, car is acting weird now. There's definitely damage to the left rear. Don't know how much. We got 11 laps until we need to pit, but our chances of getting close to Dan and Ryan are gone. Dan looks like he's able to make it to halfway anyway, so he's one stopping it, but we would have passed him here if we hadn't just got wrecked. So Dan's gonna just be right behind us. We could have been about 8-10 seconds further ahead of him. And possibly, if he's got to do fuel saving, still beat him with our 2-stop. But we'll never know.
You're in 4th position.
For now. And it looks like Jake quit or had damage and had to get it repaired. I don't know. So, just annoying. It was a unnecessary contact for the situation. We got 9 laps, so we need to pit. We're 11 minutes. We're at 41 minutes left. Gavin is heading off. Ryan has just pit and come out, so we weren't beating him because he can definitely make it on fuel. And I mean, we would have came out behind him, like right behind him, had we not got spun. Track temp hasn't started coming up yet. It's just a couple of degrees so far. 9 minutes away from our next pit stop.
The lead is pitting now.
Dan flying up here. We'll let him go when he gets here. Because we've got to pit again. He doesn't, so us holding him off isn't going to do any good.
37.402. Slow car on the right.
I think we're down on speed on the straights. I know our tires are old, but just seems like straight line speed has not been good. Just let him go.
Left side. Clear on the left.
We're not battling him since we got to pit again.
1 minute 37.674. Right side, clear.
I don't think Jim and Travis are on the same lap. Oh my god. It is getting tricky out of the corner now. No, Jim just got lapped, I think. odd. That did not feel right at all. Alright, well, looks like we're about to run into the same scenario. Won't get there by turn 1, 5 minutes till we got a pit.
Minute 39.309. Car on your left. Still there. Clear on the left.
Not sure why every pass has got to be so difficult. I mean, if I had 2 people on the same lap coming to lap me that were racing, I'd just pull over and let him go, but I'm grumpy with him, so he's going to take the brunt of any little mistake he makes. I'm going to get angry about. He is a 100i rated guy, so I didn't see that. I know mistakes happen. It's just annoying when they happen to me. And if I wasn't recording this, I'd say the same things, and yeah, it's just annoying. It's always going to be annoying to get wrecked. Billy having some lockup. Tires are definitely much trickier as we are going into the heat and less downforce. Having trouble getting it off the corners now. Corvette pulls for a bit. He's going to back off and let us go. And we're missing that.
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the cord.
We're just going to pit now. Well, actually, it looks like it's going to clear itself, so it didn't matter. We won't pit now.
Minute 37.643.
How far ahead are we from people racing? Looks like we got 43 seconds over Gavin. No, 20 seconds. What the hell was that showing me? Alright, he's only 20 seconds back. Oh my god, I'm trying to figure things out and driving off track. He pit only just a little bit after us, so he's still got to pit again. Then it's Kevin 40 seconds back. Thinking I'm going to take tires, even though it's going to cost us more time. That's what we're gonna do. I feel like we're having issues. Maybe it'll help him fix something as well.
3, 2, 1. Right here.
We got 19 seconds of optional. I don't know why they can't fix it while we're getting fuel, but we're not going to get it fixed if they don't fix it while they're changing tires. Oh my God, come on. Yeah, tires were way more worn out.
That's it, go.
Alright, well, let's see if we can get ourselves back into 5th place. Everyone that's passing us now should have to pit.
Be mindful, you only have one set of tires remaining.
And we should be quicker than them anyways. It just felt like it was going to get harder and harder to drive, and we didn't need to spin out. And since the race with Kevin was not a race, we just used up the time that we gained over everyone behind us. So let's see if we can get it all back, or if that was a bad decision. It is now 10:40 in the morning, and we got 27 minutes left.
2 minutes, 29.99.
Track temp's up to 80, 8 degrees hotter than it was at night.
You got a slow car on the left.
Jim has had an off. It's just the worst spot possible for us to catch him there, but he backed off it.
Car right. Clear on the right.
This gives us a little boost. Just in draft range, possibly on Austin. Pitting, so we have made that pass. Kevin's on the pit road, so that's another one.
1 minute, 37.
I don't know if I said Kevin or Dan that I was racing. I think I said the wrong person, but Dan we were not going to pass or compete with because we had to do our pit stop still, and it looked like he was going to be able to split it in half. couple of Rileys here. They're not racing for position. Ryan should be able to get around. And then we'll just have to wait till after the bus stop.
Left side. Still there, hold your line. Clear. Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Alright, so we are now in 7th.
1 minute 38.522.
We need to... No, I don't think we're going to catch John, because I think he's in a faster car, unless he has a mistake. Gavin right now is 35 seconds ahead of us, but I think he's got a pit again. So we should be fine, but who knows? If he can stretch it out, I could have been looking at the wrong numbers on the second monitor, but if he can stretch it, we're not catching him, obviously. He's on pit road. Okay. So now we just need to hope that our stop wasn't too long and just put us behind. Still there. Should be able to pass him before he even gets off pit road. Is still in his box, and there we go. Alright. 37.745. So, taking tires helped. Didn't hurt, so that's good. We had enough room to work with there. So now the question is, can we track down John, who's had a rough race? So it looks like he ran into a couple of times, but I don't know for sure about the one at the bus stop. Able to get past Rocco much quicker this time than we did in the first race. Maybe. He's still pretty damn quick in that. We're not going to get there. I thought we were. I don't know how we ever got past him in the first race then. He does have draft off of Gavin, but they are not racing for position.
Stay on the right. Still there. Still there.
Wasn't sure if we were doing 3 wide or anything crazy.
1 minute 37.495.
I don't know what that was. Complete brain fade now. Nearly drove it into the grass on the inside. Even though it's a 3-hour total race, it is extremely long because the Solville guys are used to just taking little breaks in the cautions and not having to think too much. And this is, you gotta make sure you don't rode in on someone, you're not in the way when someone quick comes up behind you. It takes a lot more out of you. You don't get the brakes at all, other than pit stops. John is, yeah, he's 30 seconds ahead of us now, so he's going to beat us unless he has an issue. If he gets ran over again.
1 minute, 38.379.
Billy coming out as he decided to go get tires. He had to have had something else happen because he was fairly close behind us, looking like maybe a one stop. And then all of a sudden he was a lap down, and now he's pit again, so. I think it was easier in the first race because we were going to day to night, and now we're going night to day, and we don't have that extra grip at the end of the run. Stupid Corvette.
Car on your left. Stay on the right. Clear.
But it looks like we're going to get 6th place, so about where we should be. We might have had a chance to beat John, but it looks like he's starting to pull away. Yeah, so we weren't going to beat him. And then the others, not even close because they're one-stopping. And we lost about 10 seconds plus the tire change, which was probably another 10-15 seconds. But we didn't have a shot at them anyways, doing a 2-stop. Just gonna be happy to make it to the end. Say I've done a 24-hour cycle. And about 18 or 20 people are going to be able to say the same thing. But yeah, I definitely think we'll do Le Mans in June. And then the Ring in the fall, and Bathurst sometime in December of this year, something like that. We'll see. And then we'll definitely do an oval one where it's just one race, cautions on. We'll have to do somewhere with lights, obviously, but I think it'd be interesting to do the 3-hour time limit and just do a full 24-hour. Hour cycle, obviously. We will wait and see. First, we need some dynamic track. And that still sounds like it's not going to be anytime soon. But at least dirt might get an update. Not this build, but the next build after. Not going to hold my breath, though. Rain, very slight chance of coming out in 2023, so long ways off still with that. And then changes to the tire are coming this next build. at least from what I've heard from inside sources on the next gen, at least. Apparently, someone who's on a team of a team that's on a team in the Coke series said they were told that there'd be updates coming to the tire after the Milwaukee race, which puts it in the February build. So I would assume that those are the changes that were talked about in Tony's post on the forums. And then lots of different road course tracks that they have signed and could tell us that they signed. No information on oval tracks that they've signed or dirt tracks that they've signed, so not sure why they can say the road tracks that they have signed, but not the oval stuff. But all depends on, I guess, how soon they think they'll be out, and, you know, they have more competition on the road side than the oval side, so it's best to put that info out. Ryan is 17 seconds behind us now, so he's still going to lap us. Well, he's not going to lap us, but close to it. 13 minutes and 30 seconds left in this one. Got 12 laps of fuel, so we're definitely good there. I want a little extra fuel just to make sure. Got the grape up ahead of us again. And I am definitely losing focus, starting to have a hard time even, like, I get this weird thing where the way my brain sees everything on screen is that the screen is just part of my eyes. And then when I notice things outside the screen, I start to lose focus and feel further back than what I had initially felt, and I just start losing touch with the feel of the car and everything. That's why I sit further back in the car, because it makes more sense to the way I see things to be back further. But yeah, once I get to a point where I'm struggling to focus on the screen and start noticing things outside of it, then I lose that immersion. Alright, we're going to try not to yell at Jake this time. I know it was a mistake. But if he does wreck us this time, then I will just boot him. Yes. Because I will be very angry then. But I think he will let us go now. I'm sure he felt bad, as you would do any time that you hit the host. That's racing. Mistakes happen. I'm over it now. Let's just get around him without issue this time. believe that time he just backed off a bit.
7.614.
He's definitely driving it in much deeper into the corners, which I think is what's causing some of his issues. But got around him clean. He stays in the league, unless there was a bunch of other issues that we see after the race. I apologize for getting angry, but if you're a viewer, you understand that that was going to be something that happened no matter who got into me. Thankfully, we didn't have to yell at Gavin for his initial wreck, even though John probably yelled at him, which is fine. And no one, I think, had to yell at my dad for his screw-up. I still don't know how he's out on track. That was such a hard hit, but I think the old damage model helped him out since we have older cars running with the newer cars. Coming up to lap Scott, he is in 19th place. He is heading down to the pits. He's done 26 laps. This one's got to almost be over, right? Oh my god, 8 minutes left. And it felt like last time I looked was about a half hour ago. It was only like 4 minutes ago. So John just came out of the pits, that's why we've caught up with him. So we may have been able to beat him since he did have to pit had we not taken tires or got ran into, but again, none of it matters. It's all for fun, just me in race mode. I get angry at people. Even if they don't wreck me, I sometimes get angry at people. So 13.5 seconds back is Travis. He is going to lap us one more time. Not going to help us get this done any sooner, but .6 minutes and 50 seconds left. And I am going to just watch that count down. It's 1:30 in the afternoon now, so we have got back around to our original start time. Just with the pace laps, everything gets a little longer than 24 hours from the original start time.
1 minute 37.582.
But yeah, I think this will be something that we do at least once or twice a year. I definitely don't want to do it anytime soon again, because I'm used to just racing a couple of short races a night and calling it good, and this was a good 4 hours here with the practice and qualifying and then warm up in between the two races. But it was fun to try. And we'll move on to the next one whenever I decide what that will be. Hopefully we'll get a few more tools to work on different weather and have things change up a bit. But there hasn't been too many big issues, just small mistakes that are going to happen when the strength of field is 1,700. It could be a hell of a lot worse. 5 minutes left in this. Everyone's just begging to get to the end.
38.483.
Trying not to make mistakes and lose a couple of spots. We are currently 4 laps down, about to be 5 laps down to the leader. He has got a 1 lap lead over Jim. Then Ryan is in 3rd, 4 laps down. Dan in 4th, and John is in 5th. And we got Gavin back behind us in the 7th spot. Kevin in 8th. Austin Sawyer in 9th. And currently, the final car in the top 10 is Jake in the 60. Around here, should be 2 to go this time. Gonna be very close. It might be 3 to go.
1 minute 38.948.
And I way overdrove that looking at things. My dad here.
Left side. Keep to the right. Clear.
He gets a little burst of speed there, but we should be able to get back. No, he's just got more pace on the straight. He's slow as shit through the bus stop, though. Give him a little light flash there. Alright, now it's 2 to go. We've got enough fuel.
1 minute 39.125.
Should be able to get past him in the infield. But am I brave enough?
Car on your left. Clear on the left. You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Leader is stopping. No, I don't want to go around you. That means I got to do a whole nother lap. Is he slowing down? I don't want to go around you. I don't want to do another lap. Maybe he's trying to just get it to the slow enough so that he does get the white flag this time. I think that's what he was doing. Go! I don't want to do another lap. Is he out of fuel? I don't want to go around you. I will let my dad go around. Nope. I just want to get the white flag. How far back is Gavin? We gotta watch this and make sure. Alright, Gavin's 26 back, so we're still okay there.
Stay on the left. Keep to the left.
I'm so sick of this race right now, I just want it to be over with.
White flag.
There we go, white flag. We're not going to pass the leader, otherwise we gotta do a whole nother lap.
1 minute 45.343. read.
As long as we beat him back to the checkered flag. He was definitely just slowing down to get it to the end. I could have passed him and then got passed back, but I didn't want to risk. I mean, I guess if he had to pit, no matter what, we'd have to do another lap, but thankfully it's over with. Unless he wrecks, and then we gotta do a whole nother lap. Got scared there for a second, seeing a Honda behind. That is Ryan.
Right side. Stay on the left. Clear.
Where are you going? Damn chicken streaker. Here we come. It's almost over.
Right side. Stay on the left.
And there it is. Checkered flag. 24 hours at 8 times speed. Way too much racing for one sitting.
Great job. You did really well.
Alright, let's go take a look at all the contact. If we can get back to the feature. Back into the darkness, and we've got one immediately that we know is going to happen. Just a really early break here that Gavin was not ready for. And, yeah, unfortunate. That was just very early in the braking, because even at speed, the braking zone is the light normally, so. But, it happens. Luckily, I mean, John's a 300 iRating road course guy, so that was inevitable. And then he comes around and he actually does hit my dad there. And Rocco's got to go wide, and then my dad, oh, he doesn't even hit the grass, he just locks it up. I don't even understand how the hell he did that. Just slammed on the brakes too hard. Very lucky that we're on the old damage model. And he gets going. And then they have an issue here. Gavin gets a little tap there. Brett's gonna prediction code the wall. Then we've got John. That's never a good place to go, and that gets Billy, and Billy goes off. Luckily, no wall contact. Brett going off and into the pavement. Luckily, no contact. John, some more issues there. Jake blinks. Brett's going wide, and that's always a weird one because it dips off and you're not ready for it. Billy through the bus stop. Nothing really to see there. Ryan going through and into the wall. Forgot to say that. And then we're gonna have, that was a big prediction code there, but John just a little slower there. Big prediction code, that's not on Jake, so John rolls back all the way across the track, but luckily steers it backwards decently to get out of the way. Jake spins it here. Scott looping it on exit. Lance thought he was going to hit the inside wall, but he goes and hits the inside grass. John going to prediction code the wall. Lance over the curbs. Jake sliding it through the bus stop, and then bad spot there on exit, but no one gets into him. Billy goes around. Gavin's gonna grab a little grass, and this is where his nose damage comes from. John is gonna miss the brake zone, and he's gotta just do a loop. And John is gonna drive into the back of Colton. Prediction code. Where's John from? He's got some poor internet, it looks like. Jake hard into the wall through blinking. Austin and I don't know what these guys were doing. They both spin. Kevin and Austin just both go into the corner. Same line, both spin. It's a weird one. And then this is where, yeah, it's just like driving into the center rather than driving to get off the corner, and gets into us, but shit happens. I'm over it. None of it counts for anything. Gavin, how'd you get out there? Just looking in his mirror at the leader, goes wide on entry and then just continues out wide because the corner got sharper. Possibly. Or all the debris and marbles that could have been out there. Billy's going to lock up the tires. Jake missing the corner. And what did I do here? I didn't do anything. Lance over the grass a bit. Colton going wide. The Riley does not like turning. And also Austin was going off there too. Oh, he got Jake threw it into the inside there. They just kind of trip over each other here, so everyone survives. Gavin's going wide. Keep it out of the tires. He just snags them. Link. Jake grabs the grass. Billy getting a lot of curb and grass, and then Travis going really deep and wide and off and into the tires. And is that at the end? How many laps did we do? No, that wasn't at the end. Scott, is he gonna spin in his favorite spin spot? Nope, he hits the wall. Lance, gonna be our wreck on pit road this time? Yep. Here's Scott. He gets a early lock up there. Car ahead of him blinks out, and then now he grabs the dirt and goes sliding. We got Billy coming up on Jake, and I don't know what that was, but Jake moves up in front of him on exit. Lance going around. And then Lance looping it on the inside. Ryan. And this is the end of the race, right? Yeah, that is the end. So, not too many wrecks. Definitely not any big ones. We had 23 people start that one. Ryan was out at the start of it pretty much. But Travis wins both of them. And let's take a look at incidents. Who hops up on that? Yeah, Jake up to 32. Billy, 28, probably through the bus stop. And let's see if I can go to this real quick. We'll get a better idea of who won out of each car. So, for the points, Rocco is going to get the Riley points, as he gets 105 points there. Then the Audi, there was only 2 of them. BMW, only 2 of them. Corvette, Billy gets that. The Delara, Kevin gets that over Austin. Then my dad. The Honda, Ryan gets that. Dan, myself, Gavin. And in the Porsche, we only had one, John. So, all cars coming away with the most points, Travis, then Ryan, John, Jim, Dan, myself, Gavin, Kevin, Austin, and Billy. So, that is how it finishes out. Hopefully you enjoyed that, something different. And we will see when I do the next one. But yeah, a lot of racing there. Hopefully everyone had fun. Thanks for watching.